if you're saying that Canelo's ducking Benavidez and Charlo and all this
You
sort
want
of
to get
stuff,
into that, dear?
just can you not? Like, listen, is it the most compelling fight in the world? No. Is it borderline batshit crazy that someone that was fighting Canelo weight / welterweight going to fucking cruiserweight for a title? Let the man win the division, because he'll come back down.
Yeah, he will.
He'll pick up the straps. He'll probably, like you said, WBC will probably fill his pockets to go to fucking
Bridger,
Bridgerweight.
for sure. We need a marquee name at Bridger. Come on, Canelo. But, right, it's not that mental, right?
Yeah.
Because James Toney did it. Roy Jones has done it. I'm sure there's others that have gone up to...
but that's a very short list. It's a very short list of people that have successfully done it. Yeah, but it's batshit crazy anytime someone does it. Like, most people don't do that. When you see people crossing that many divisions, it's usually in a lighter thing. Like Manny, like, I will never take anything away from Manny. But even him fighting at like 154, whatever, you know.
154 was just on the edge where it didn't matter anymore, did it?
Yeah.
But yeah, look, listen, he's not bothered about Benavidez, right? And anyone that's listened to this podcast or has known me for a while, again, I will restate this. Early Canelo, the one that was banging at Kermit Cintron and Ryan Rhodes and Angulo and all that, super in. Super in. All the way until the Floyd fight, super in. Then after the Floyd fight, we had the change. Again, I was still super in. But now we have a naughty roid thing. We've had a couple of quote unquote gift decisions. You know, it shunned things a little bit. And then on top of that, you know, he's not petulant and he's not spoiled and he's not a brat, but he does know his place. And I know that he knows his place at the top and he can do whatever he wants. And I like that he's very open about it now. This English-speaking version of him is infinitely more likable.
Yeah.
Right? It's what it is.
Like, yeah. And I do think there's a lot of, like, listen, full disclosure.
We should call this full disclosure. We've said this 9 times already.
Yeah, but you'll struggle, I think, to find someone that, if testing was done super stringently, would come away with a flawless record. Let me just leave it at that, I would say, as the best thing.
Yeah.
With the gift decisions, for sure. And that sullies the thing. The worst thing is, I think the worst decision on his part was a draw against Canelo, a judge giving that a draw, because man barely landed a punch. That, to me, that trumps the, you know, Lara's and things like that. But yeah, he's never, I don't think, overtly where you're like,
it's not from his own doing. It's not from, you know, when people in the past have been, you know, they have balled out of control and Mickey T, Tyson.
Yeah.
I'm the biggest star on the planet. You will do what I want. And then eventually they cater because they know that the whole industry is cored on this one being that's being so many eyes. To be fair, he's never done that. And I stand for that. But, right, Benavidez, he destroys Benavidez.
Yeah.
Right? Charlo, talk all you want. You're doing nothing.
Yeah.
Charlo gets humiliated. There is simply nothing. Like, I can see more of a threat from Benavidez only because he's so tall and gangly and fast and weird, right? Charlo's a classic boxer puncher. He's very skilled. He's a great fighter. He's amazing to watch. He does nothing to Canelo.
And these are the ones like your Canelos, your Buds, which we'll discuss. They're one of those ones where you can be a phenomenal champion and it takes nothing away from you. And there's that massive but. There's a few weight divisions now where there's just that but, and you kind of fucked. It's like you have to then face this person. And it's not saying that you're not amazing. Any other time, it's like we've discussed before, sometimes you look at the times of the Olympics and it's like any other Olympics, the second
they're gold medalists. Yeah, they're gold, they're silvers, they're bronzes. And like this one, you just unfortunately got the fucking...
You got Usain Bolt next to you. Good luck.
Cheers, enjoy that. Even light heavyweight, right, which will bring us back to Boxer and Dan. Even light heavyweight, I'm very open and have said the easiest fight for him at light heavyweight is probably Bivol. I do not see what Bivol can do in that stance, at that pace, in everything that I've seen of him. And again, he's a fantastic fighter.
Yep.
Canelo murks it. right? I don't know if he stops him. I don't know if he knocks him down. I don't know if anything, but he clearly wins that fight. That's not if he wins, it's how, right?
Yeah.
Joe Smith, who's fighting Callum Johnson, that is a fan favorite of the highest order. But again, I do not see a way that if you've beaten Kovalev and stopped Kovalev, granted an old Kovalev, Joe Smith is a worse version of. He's a strong guy. He's a heavy hitter. He's powerful. He's pressure. He's not going to be bothered by that, right? Beterbiev is the one where you're just like, this is for sure an industry fight because no one knows who Beterbiev is. It's a very fun fight, and I just think that the skill difference is the thing, as the experience, and the size is the size, right?
And that is testament to Canelo on itself, because
for sure
in that division alone, you're like, they're monsters. And the fact that someone's coming up, fighting them, and probably taking wins is huge. And that's why it's like, just let him roam for a while. It's not like he's not going to fight those people, I guess. Like some people you worry like, oh, they're going to go off track and they're going to start taking. If you say Canelo cherry picks, that's a tough argument to place.
I think what he said at that WBC conference is the best way to say it, which is that I've done what I need to do. Now I do what I want to do.
Yep.
And respect, right? False respect. I've got nothing other than to say, big salute. You are the current Koof King for sure. Like there's nothing else that you can even. You're the number one, right? Be it 1A, 1B with Bud. I think at the minute we got to say Canelo's number one. Bud is number two because he hasn't had. If he destroys Spence, hey, he's up.
Yeah, I mean
that's 1A, 1B for me. That.
Yeah, exactly. And I think too, because it's one of those ones where like this is a pound for pound set. Like Bud's skill level is off the fucking charts. The thing for me why Canelo is hard to trump on any of these lists is his activity and the people he fight. Like it's just like, I mean, the last people he's fought are fucking undefeated after undefeated champ.
You can when you're that, right?
Yeah.
Bud is the most feared fighter in around those weight divisions, right? Yeah. I would imagine finding fights for Bud that aren't mandatories or someone hungry and mental that just wants that title. I reckon it's a fucking nightmare. And again, shout out Sean Porter.
I was going to say, we need more Porters.
Yeah, the most avoided is Boo Boo, who we'll bring on in a little while.
Yep.
Right? But at light heavy, Canelo probably does clean out shop. And although our domestic boys are fantastic, all of them are fantastic, and I will say this to any single one of them. I've said this with Dens, I've said this with a bunch of them. There's certain weight divisions where you just look at it and you just go, the second you leave domestic, I think you do well continental. I think you do well on a world level, but you're not number one.
Yeah.
And that's someone
no disrespect,
that's
because
not.